Okay. All right. So welcome to our Team Cup team call. We have two teams. So I am running two teams, which basically just means we have one big team, which is awesome. But I just want to set some expectations really fast. So first thing you need to understand is that your journey and your personal development has to come number one. You need to be listening to personal development or reading a book. In our challenge group right now, I think Francesco, if you want to, if you don't already have a challenge group going on, then Francesco, we can add you into our challenge group, and you're welcome to add your girls. But in our challenge group for February, we're going to do a book club. So I'm going to be giving people, I think I said 3 different options. I said Girl Wash Your Face, Rising Strong from Brene Brown, or what is it? Mastering Your Mean Girl are the 3 books that I'm suggesting to everybody. If you haven't read any of those, then I would pick one and just focus on one of those books. The Rising Strong by Brene Brown is really, really amazing. And same with Girl Wash Your Face. Honestly, they're all amazing, but just, they kind of all target that, that idea that, you know, you have to learn to love yourself and to communicate well with the people around you to have a good relationship with you. So that's what I'm talking about in my stories, things like that, is that I'm working on my journey, but I'm also open to having other people join in and do this with me. Second thing, we are going to have a weekly check-in for the Beachbody corporate tracker, which looks like this. It's called the Success Club Tracker. I know like a few of you guys already have this printed off. You can also get a digital copy of it if you want to just check boxes on your phone and then just screenshot it at the end. But this is a week that goes from Thursday to Wednesday. So on Thursdays in our challenge, or in our our message thread on Facebook, I'm just going to send in my screenshot, and I want you guys to send in your screenshots. It doesn't matter to me if all of your boxes are checked off, but I want you just to be looking at what's happening a previous week, see where you need to improve, and work to improve that the next week. So let's just say you're having a really tough time inviting. Then you want to just see that you're checking off more of the invite boxes next week than you did the previous week. If you're not getting in your personal development, then the next week your goal should be to get all of your days of PD in. The point of this tracker is to help you stay accountable to the things you need to be doing on a daily basis to be successful, both as a coach, with the Team Cup, all of those things. These are the activities that if you're doing these and you do this consistently for every single week, the month of February, starting tomorrow through the rest of February, you're going to see changes happen in your business. You're going to be able to create the consistency, but you have to be doing all of these things at least 5 to 6 days a week. I personally do 6 days a week. I do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I take Sundays totally off. I completely unplug. I don't, other than doing something like this on a Sunday night for you guys, I don't answer messages unless I absolutely have to. I do things that are just totally unplugged. So as far as the updating the Instagram story goes, the only way to get used to doing this is just to do it. Sharing your daily life, sharing your workout clips. I would just pick the first 3, or pick 3 of those 6 things that it shares in the Instagram stories. And whatever one you're avoiding doing, start doing that one and choose 3 this week to really focus on implementing. If you're doing great with implementing all of them, great, then keep implementing all of them. But if for whatever reason you're avoiding doing an invitation or a poll kind of call to action to a challenge group, this is the time to be focusing on that, especially this week. Because if you're avoiding doing something, then you need to eat the frog first. That's what the book Brian Tracy wrote, Eat That Frog. And it talks about how if you find yourself avoiding doing any activities for your business or for yourself, if you're avoiding doing your workout, well, then the workout should be the first thing you do when you wake up. If you find that you're avoiding personal development should be the first thing you do. Don't give your brain time to overthink it and to decide, well, I don't really have time to do that right now. Because if you think and you think and you think and you hesitate, you're going to talk yourself out of it. So it's kind of a combination of choosing the thing that's hardest for you to do or that you avoid the most, doing that first, and just using the 5-second rule from Mel Robbins, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just force yourself to do something, even if you don't know how to do it perfectly. So what I'm trying to emphasize here is the tracker is super important. You need to be utilizing it. And I expect that you guys are going to be sharing. Those of you guys who are on our Team Cup teams, I need to see consistency, and I'm going to be showing you guys that I'm staying consistent. So every Thursday morning or Wednesday night, whenever you finish the tracker for Wednesday for the week, then upload that as a picture into the message thread on Facebook. That's the one that says Joy Fit Crew PS Coaches. I know we have some people are in a couple different message threads. So the PS coach one, that's the one that we're focusing on right now. And let's see, what was my other thing? Live power hours. So my plan is to do 2 live power hours. And I guess, Katie, since you're the only one on, you get to give input on this. I have 2 ideas. My first idea is that we practice implementing this system here, and we'll just do like a shortened version. So we'll cut each time in half, and instead of spending 20 minutes doing connections and followers, we'll add 10 minutes. And it'll basically cut it from about 2.5 hours to like 1 hour and 10 minutes. So it would really cut it down to be about 1 power hour. And obviously, like, if you can stay on for the whole time, great. If you can't, that's okay. But I'm thinking we could do 2 power hours like that. I could do them on Mondays and Thursdays, or Mondays and Fridays would be my preference. Mondays I could do in the evening after kids are in bed. Fridays I could do, or actually, you know what? Thursdays would be better. Thursdays I can do in the morning when my son is at school. But Tuesday I definitely can't do. Wednesday's a possibility, but so I guess first thing is, what days would work for you, Katie?
Mondays are good for me, and then any other day I can log in.
Okay. So I'm thinking we'll do a Monday evening time, and then we can do like a morning or afternoon time for another time. And we can, like, I guess we can just share some other times and just kind of figure out from there what would work. I'm not expecting that everybody's going to be able to get on a live power hour every single time, but just know that it's going to be available, and that I will do my very best, like barring any emergency, I'll do my best to be on for the times that I say I'll be on. I'm thinking Monday and Thursday. Yeah, let's say Thursday for now. We can adjust that if we need to, but let's say Thursday. We can try morning, but if we need to, we can bump it to afternoon. And we can just go from there. But the morning one, we could potentially, I don't know, like I could do a power hour live, and I can just tell you guys, hey, I'm starting my power hour, and I'll just share a Zoom, and anybody who wants to get on can do it. And that's fine. Like, we can do it that way, or we can for sure have some scheduled times. But I know that like early morning time might be easier for some people than evening time. So like, I don't know. It just kind of depends on my schedule. So I guess maybe what I'll do is we'll have those for sure times, but I'll make it open for anyone to hop on if I'm on a different time. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that would be good, because we're 3 hours behind you. So when you say morning, can be afternoon for me, and vice versa.
Yes, that is true. So, okay. Are we 3 hours behind now? Did daylight savings change again?
Well, it's 10:19 here.
Okay, so we're only 2 hours behind right now. It does change to 3 hours eventually, but right now we have 2 hours, which is great. We should absorb that and love it while it's here.
I think in March.
Okay, so my other idea for the live power hour was that instead of doing this the whole time, we could actually do an invite blitz, where it would just be, we spend 30 minutes inviting, and we just really everybody dive into inviting anybody and everyone you can think of. And then the follow-up blitz would be something like on Friday, we would spend 30, 40 minutes, and everybody would just follow up, but I would share different follow-up scripts, things like that. Or I guess, I mean, we could, I don't know. I just need some ideas on what you feel like would be the most helpful.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the tracker is good, because I feel like the tracker is going to get you more comfortable to be able to go and invite people and bring more people on.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that for a lot of you guys who are just starting off, like, you guys really need the time to build those relationships with people, to make sure that you're doing posts every single day, to be getting used to doing your personal development and sharing things that you're learning, and just basically to be showing up in a way that people start to trust that you're going to be here and you're here for the long haul. So, okay, I like that. Let's just stick for this week, at least we're going to stick with this. Maybe we'll do like mid-month, we can do like an invite blitz and a follow-up blitz for one of those times. But I'm going to say Monday evening and Thursday morning. I guess, like you said, that could be even, it could be late or kind of different times. Okay, last thing, goals. So I would love for us to be a winning team cup team. Like, whether it's the group that like is under my husband's account or the group that's under my account, like, it doesn't matter to me. But ultimately, when we're creating consistency when we are helping each other with conversations and like just showing up in those kinds of ways, and we're staying consistent in our journey and sharing it. And basically just going into this with the mindset that like, you guys, you're a rock star, and it doesn't matter if you haven't had tremendous success already as a coach. The point is like the people like Micah, people like people like me, where I'm at in my business, like I didn't get here without starting where you're at. And so if you're a coach or an emerald or an almost emerald, or you think you want to be diamond, but you're not really sure how to get there, like I have been in that spot, and I know that the only way to get to it is to put in the work and to believe that you can get there. So belief, honestly, is going to be critical this whole next like 3 weeks that we have of Team Cup, or 4 weeks. So if you start to like doubt yourself, and you start to think like, well, what if it doesn't work? Or what if I don't find the right people? Like those kinds of what if negatives, I need you guys to just tell us that you're in that spot, because I have tools, I have ways that I can help you guys get out of that. One of my favorite ways lately has been from one of my mentors, who I'm hoping we'll be able to do a team call with him this month. But we just have to like organize things with that. But he talks about how if you start having a negative train of thought, where you start doubting yourself, you start getting into this like, well, nobody reads my posts anyway, and how am I ever going to find people? There's so many Beachbody coaches. Who's going to want to work with me? Well, the problem is when you put that energy out into the world, it comes across without you even realizing it. Even if you're not actually saying it out loud, when you have those kinds of feelings and thinkings, they feelings and thoughts, not thinkings, they affect the way that you're perceived by other people. That's why I'm loving this book, The Magic of Thinking Big, because it really just emphasizes that if you can think of yourself as super successful, if you could think of yourself as leading a Team Cup, or as a member of the winning Team Cup, and you can visualize like going to LA and being in the training room with, I'm guessing it's going to be Jericho Matthews, who has a new program coming out. She's amazing, but we would get to do a live workout with her. We would all get to stay in a hotel and have our own rooms. It would be like flights would be covered. It would be like a mom staycation, or like girl boss, fun, like super awesome fun vacation. And I don't know exactly when it happens. I just know that they calculate the Team Cup winners, and the Team Cup is flown out. Like no matter where you live, you're flown to LA to Beachbody headquarters, and we get to like have a vacation for like a few days and get to meet people from corporate, but you also get to do fun things and just get spoiled. Like it's super fun. And I have never personally just sat there and thought I could do that. Like I've always just thought like, oh, that'd be cool. But you know what? Like when you think, oh, that would be nice. Like if I could do that, then it's never going to happen. So I just really like, if you guys want something like that, if you want to be there with me, then let's just visualize that every single day. Let's just like practice seeing that, see what the hotel looks like send each other pictures of LA. Because I think that we have the potential to do that as a team. Doesn't matter that like all of us are, now it's the beginning of the month, all of us are at ground zero again. That's okay. Everybody else in the entire network of Beachbody is at ground zero right now too. All we need is people who believe in themselves and who are willing to put in the work and share this and pay it forward with others. So let's just like own the belief, I guess is what I'm saying. What was I going to say? Goals. Okay. So I want us to be a winning Team Cup team, but that means that you're going to have to set big goals, and I'm going to have to set bigger goals than I've ever set before. So I guess like I'm kind of wanting to break this down really fast, and help you, Katie, like set some goals that make sense for you, and then help you work them backward. So, okay. Would it help to hear like what my goals are this week or this month?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So like this month, this is going to sound crazy, but that's okay. My goal is Success Club 40 or more. So what that means is that I help at least 20 people get started with a challenge pack. Because I have my husband's account and my account, I may be splitting that between accounts, but overall, the majority of those SC points I want to go to me, because that's going to help our Team Cup team the most. And the only way that's going to happen is if I'm inviting every single day, like at least 10 people a day, like on average. And the only way that's going to happen on a monthly basis or on a weekly basis is if I'm hitting SC 10 every single week. So like I have a team calendar that I'll share. You guys are welcome to look at, but like basically you want to take your goal and you want to split it down into pieces. So SC 40 divided by 4 would be 10 points a week for the 4 weeks. So that means by the end of this week is 10, then the next week is 20, and then the next week is 30, and then 40. Now, if you don't hit your goal, let's just say you have that goal of helping 3 people a week, and let's say you only help 2, then you just bump that next goal and you say, okay, well, I'm going to just aim to help 4 this next week. And if you only help 2, that's better than not helping anyone at all because you gave up because you didn't get the last goal. So reverse engineering your goals. Like I say what my success club points are going to be. And of those, I say how many of them I want to be new coaches. So of the 20 new people that I sign up, I want at least 10 of them to be new coaches. I already have 1 new coach. She just signed up on Saturday. And so 10 of them to be new coaches means that 10 divided by 4 is about 2 coaches a week. So roughly 2 to 3 coaches each week is how many coaches I need to be signing up. So I know that I've got 1 coach from last week, and that was like a partial week. So now I'm aiming for at least 2 to 3 coaches this week. Income, if you want to have an income goal, then you could say, okay, well, by the end of this month, I want to make, let's just say you want to make $500, or like I want to make $2,000. That's how much I want to make by the end of this month. I've gotten close to that, but I've never actually broken $2,000. So I want to make at least $2,000 in my commissions and weekly team cycle bonuses. Break that down. That means I'm averaging at least $500 a week. So that's kind of how I break my goals down. I look at what I want to do for the entire month, and then I cut it into fourths. And that's what I do each week. To make $500 a week, that means that I need to be helping my coaches. So I need to be helping you guys to believe that you can hit Success Club and actually like be helping people. I need to be helping people myself with new challenge packs. Commissions can only get you so far in this business. Like if you really want to have an income, then build your team and start signing up people as coaches. And then as far as signing up coaches, like the way that I've found that I've signed up the most coaches the most quickly has been to present the business opportunity. Like when they say, yes, I want to do your challenge group, I say, awesome. Okay, the best way for you to do this and to make sure that you are going to have the most success over the next 30 days and over the next 90 days, because I would love for you to stick with this for at least 90 days before you decide I'm calling it quits. And I tell them the best way to do that is we're going to sign you up for a VIP account. That means that you're going to be a coach. You can choose to work the business with me or not, but you're going to get a discount on the products, and it's going to make sure that we set you up for the most success in the long term. And I lead with that. And the people who really dive into the lifestyle are the ones who stick around and who become the coaches. Occasionally you'll have somebody like Katie who like just jumps in and says, okay, I'm ready to coach. I want to do this. I can't wait any longer. I just need to start. And that's awesome. Like we love people like that, but at the same time, just be willing to work with people where they're at. Okay. So goals. Sorry, Katie, I kind of rambled. So what do you feel like your monthly goal is for how many people you'd like to help?
Well, it feels like I just keep reaching out to people, but I'm not getting anything like reciprocated back. Like my sister did sign up, and now she's like 1 customer under me. So that made me feel good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And today she's like, okay, I'm trying to find out which program I want to do. So she's trying out the Pilo, but it's like everybody else I keep talking to, like I send them the application, and then I've shared a cart with them to at least try like the 14 days free and then try to get them to do the challenge pack. But I'm just like, I keep sending out messages and people that I know personally trying to get them to do it. It just feels like the ones I'm reaching out to on Instagram are either already coaches or bloggers or something. And they see the posts, but they're not responding in anything.
Okay. So when somebody doesn't respond, what I do, if they're like, let's just say they're still liking or they're following your stories, that's how I know like they're still paying attention, even if they're ignoring me, and I call them out on it. I pretty much just say, hey, I can see you watching my stories. I didn't hear back from you. I know that I get sidetracked and I forget to answer all the time. That's kind of the first thing that I say. I say like, I know I forget to answer sometimes. So I just wanted to check in. Did you give my last message some thought? And if they still don't respond to that, I call them out again like a week later if they're still following along, because I'm like, dude, you're a creeper. Why are you still like, why won't you talk to me? That's rude. And I'll send them a voice message. And I voice message them and I just say, hey, I don't know if this is something that you would love to do, but I would love to absolutely like help you get started and work on some health and wellness goals. If you have any, if you're just a cheerleader, just let me know. But I wanted to make sure to reach out to you again, because I still like, I would absolutely love to work with somebody who's willing to just be here for me.
Mm-hmm.
And you can phrase it however you want. That's just kind of the ways that I talk about it. But the other thing that I say sometimes is I kind of joke with them and I say like, I can't talk to you if you're a ghost. So, or I say something like, if you don't respond to me soon, I might think you're a ghost. And I say it kind of like that, or I put like a ghost emoji, and usually I get a response back from that. They might say something like, oh, I'm too busy for something like that. Or, oh, I saw your message and yes, I am interested. Or they might just say, no, girl, like I'm happy to cheer you on, but I'm not interested. I just want to know, like, if they're still invested in following my journey, I want to know, like, are you here because you actually want to do something, and you're just scared to tell me that? Or are you just weird and like to watch my stories? Because I have a girl who, yeah, you're going to have people who just want to watch you and it's weird, but whatever.
Like my followers have jumped like 200 in like the last 2 weeks. So I'm like,
that's awesome.
Everybody get new followers. Then I message and like, hey, tried to like open communications with them. And I'm like, what
So
else?
what do you say in that message? What does your message say?
It's pretty much just like, hey, thanks for following, my journey. Tell them what I'm trying to do. Like, not saying, hey, I'm with Beachbody, but I'm like, hey, I'm into health and wellness, and I'm here
Can
to
you
help
pull
you.
it up on your phone and just tell me what it says?
Let's see.
Sorry, I know I'm making you pull your phone out and do crazy things.
It says, hi there, just want to send you a message. Thank you for following my page. I hope you feel encouraged and motivated. Truly want to inspire women to live their best life. I'm getting a few girls together for a virtual boot camp, and I want to see if you had any health goals that you want help, or any goals you want help with in making progress on. If I send you an application, would you be up to checking it out?
Okay, so what it sounds like you're sending an invite as the first contact with brand new followers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I would suggest doing is just take the last half of your message and where it talks about the virtual boot camp, I'm starting this. And instead of saying that, I would just say, I share my journey and my stories, would love for you to check those out. And then I would ask them a question like, are you into fitness and self-care too? Or are you like currently working on some health goals? Just ask a question. It could be something like, how's your day going? Or, are you into fitness? Whatever the question is, like just have that question. But instead of having it be an invite at the very beginning, I would say, would love for you to check out my stories, because that's where you're sharing your journey. That's where you're sharing your workouts. That's where you're, sharing your consistency. And then I would ask them a question and just get a normal conversation going, not even related to, if it's related to fitness, great. But it could just be, how's your day going? Or are you into fitness too? Something like that. That's kind of what I send. I send like, yay, new friends. I'm Janae, because I hate that people don't know how to pronounce my name. So I give them a pronunciation guide. And I say, I love meeting other mamas and gals sharing their story and on their journey too. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2 working on my health and fitness for me. And I'm trying to just spread a little extra light. I'm from Arizona. I share a lot in my stories too, FYI. So I hope you'll check those out. Are you into fitness and self-care too? And sometimes I tweak this message and things like that, but basically just opening up that conversation and giving them the opportunity to just respond with a normal, like, hey, yeah, I'm totally into fitness, or my day's going great. Like, how's your day going? That's what builds a relationship. Now, if they're following my stories and they see a story or they respond to a poll where I said, do you want to join my next boot camp? Then I send them, even if it's my first message, then I send them something like, oh my gosh, notice you saw my stories. I'm getting my boot camp together to start on this date. Did you want to get some information? Or if I send you an application, would you be willing to check it out? But I only do that if they've actually seen a post, or they've seen or commented or responded in some way to a poll.
Okay.
So I would just make that little tweak this week and see if that helps get some conversations started. Okay, so goal for what I'm hearing you say is that you feel like you don't really know what your goal is because you feel like you haven't had anybody respond. Is that like an accurate?
Yeah, like I guess I feel a little defeated just because like I feel like I'm working it. I'm sharing my workout clips. I'm sharing my food. I'm sharing my shakes, like everything. But then it's like I not getting as much like response back, or like the only people I'm getting a lot of followers, but a lot of them are from different countries or just different things. So I started changing my hashtags. So I guess I'm just trying to wait, like see it all come full circle. Like I'm trying to get
Yeah.
everything covered, and it's like, okay, I have a lot of lines out, but not any bites yet, kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. And it does take time. And this is going to be the month since you've been doing this, like pretty much since you started Transform 20, this month, this week, the next couple weeks. If you get an actual call to action post out where you say putting together a boot camp, like the one that I shared, come on, pull up. Something like this, where you tell them like comment below for info or something along those lines. You might not get tons of responses on it. But I basically just tell people at the end or at the bottom, I say comment me or like drop a heart or, something like that, where they actually have to do something to respond if you want to get some info. And you're welcome to look at, like, there's this post, but I think I shared some in the team page as well that were just examples that I've used in the past. Mm-hmm. I would share something like that this week, like tomorrow or Tuesday at the very latest, where you actually tell people, I'm doing this. I want to bring people with me. Do you want to do this? Sorry, I'm just like going to feel dumb if I'm telling you, go do this if you've already done that.
I did do a post about that, and I did get about 4 girls response.
Okay, so yeah, you did.
Applications and stuff.
That's awesome. So definitely, like, this post that you shared, that was awesome. Mm-hmm. So one of the things you can do is, you see this little button down here that has a little arrow?
Yeah.
If you click that little arrow, what it will do is it'll give you an option at the top that says add post to your story.
Oh, okay.
What I would do is every single day the rest of this week, I would put that post in your story and then put an arrow or a poll, something like that, that points to the bottom and says either message me to get info or put a poll that says, like, did you see my application? Or did you see that I'm doing the self-love group? Or did you see the info? And then like, yes, I want to join as an option number 1, or 2 would be like, more info, please. Because if you talk about it every single day, like you have to understand, on social media, people are so distracted. They're so easily distracted, and they have to see something. Like, I think the average, it went from 7 times to 12 times, whether it's an invite, a post in your stories, a post on your page, you working out, an actual message to them, just saying, hey, did you see my message? They have to have somewhere between 7 and 12 contacts with you to actually have it click in their brain, like, oh yeah, I do want to do that. So just understand it takes time, and that being consistent does pay off. But sometimes the people that you invite in January are going to be the people who are totally ready to go in March or April.
That's what my husband keeps saying. He's like, they're watching it through you. He's like, you just keep doing it.
And the fact that, like, you're showing up, and I love, honestly, just looking at your posts, like, I love that I'm not just seeing the same thing. Like, I'm not just seeing the same selfies. Oh my gosh, come on. Trying to show everybody else here. I'm seeing transformations. I'm seeing close-ups of you and your kiddos, pictures of you, pictures of, like, I love this one of your kiddo, like, up here with selfies, and then just quotes. Those are all, like, fantastic types of posts. And those are the kinds of things that if you continue to do those kinds of things, you're going to see like people still following. But as far as adding to your network goes, I would make it your goal, like, just looking at your followers this month. I would say your goal this month, if you added 200 followers in the last 2 weeks, you could say, okay, well, my goal for February is to hit 1,000 followers. Mm-hmm. So to hit 1,000 followers, what do you need to do? Well, on a weekly basis, you're going to need to be following about 50 to 100 accounts. And just know that, like, on average, if you're following 50 to 100 accounts, I don't know, you could do a weekly goal. If you want to grow faster, you need to find more people. That's really what it comes down to. You need to find more people, and you need to be willing to reach out to the people that you already do have. And to reach out to them again if they're not responding, but they're still following along. So finding more people means, like, going to different, what is that noise? Well, that's my timer. Yeah. That is a much nicer timer than the siren, but finding more people, like, you want to find maybe some of those blogger girls that you've invited who never responded. If they have a good following, go find followers that you would want to be friends with. And like, people that are commenting on their posts, or people that are following their account, and follow them. And you can either do the 5-3-1 rule, I would do at least 10 people a day. You do that 5-3-1 where you like 5 photos, comment on 3 of them, and follow. But for the rest of them, if you were just to go to, where's an account that I really like? If you were just to go to somebody's account and you're like, okay, cool, she's like a dairy-free, it's not loading. Why is it not loading? She's like a dairy-free, health nut kind of work at home mom. She's the kind of person that I would want to follow her followers. So then what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to really do a whole lot of anything. I would just go down her list. And instead of doing anything on their pages, I just go follow, 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 follow. And you just spend 10 minutes and you just follow as many people as you can in 10 minutes. And Instagram will cut you off if it thinks you're doing too many, but you follow as many people as you can in that 10-minute period. And you can just look at their pictures and just go off of their profile. And you'll get anywhere from like 10 to 20 followers back just from doing that.
Okay.
So those are just a couple quick ways that I would suggest just really amping up how you're getting followers and how many followers you have. And then just take care of the followers you do have. Keep doing the things you're doing.
Okay.
Okay. So actual goal. So if we say social media goal, I think you need like 320 new followers is how many you need for them to break 1,000, which would be awesome. So then a weekly goal is like following at least 50 to 100 new people. And then consistency goal. Like you said, you want to get better with consistency. So be like committed to sharing your tracker every single week. Like when I post my tracker on Thursdays, like put it in your calendar, put a reminder somewhere that just says, oh, post my tracker, and go share it, because that's going to help you hold you accountable to it. And when you have to share something, kind of like when you have your before and after photos in the challenge group, when you have to, you have to share it, you want to see change.
Right.
So just have that desire to look at your tracker from last week, because you did really awesome last week, and just see, okay, where could I improve, or where do I need to focus on this week? And then a success club goal, I would say at least 5 people, for Team Cup, and just for wanting to help us get to that Team Cup period. I would say you need to help at least 5 people. And so break that down. Okay, so if you want to help 5 people by the end of the week, then maybe you help 2 people this week and you help 1 person every week after that. I mean, if you help all 5 in the next week, great, that's awesome. Then you can up your goal. But focus on small chunks at a time, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Of those 5 people, how many of them do you think you want to be coaches? When do you want to get to Emerald, I guess is what I'm saying.
Fairly quick. I think I'm going to end up signing my husband up and then hopefully get my sister to sign up, so then I can be Emerald within the week.
Okay, so put that on your calendar. Write it. I would write it on, if you have some kind of a planner, I would write every single day, my goal is Emerald by this date. My goal is Emerald by this date, and look at it every single day. Because if you look at it, you're going to be focused on it. You're going to start doing the things you need to do to make that happen. Because that's totally possible.
Yeah.
I know Kyrie's goal is Emerald as soon as possible. She's got her husband signed up already, and she's just working on finding that next person. Just know that next person does not have to be a business builder. It does not have to be a business builder. If they just want to get the discount on the products for 3 months, just to really dive into the lifestyle and see how they like it, that's fine.
Yeah.
So
my goal. So hopefully I can get those. There's one other girl that I've been talking to for the last couple of weeks, so hopefully I can get her to just bite and do it.
Yeah, for sure. So I was going to ask you this, your sister.
Yeah.
Is she in our challenge group?
I did put her in it yesterday.
Okay. Did I approve it? Oops, hold on.
Alicia's her first name and the last name's Hudson.
Hudson?
Hudson, it's UNSCN.
Okay, I'm just going to look and see if it tells me. What is it doing? Okay. Erica Olson Remington. Nope, I don't see her. I'm just going to search really fast. I haven't finished your post yet. Leave this page. Okay. I don't know what post I was doing. I just want to make sure, because if I had you as an admin, it should be fine.
Yeah, I don't think I am, so I don't know if I added her or not.
Okay, remind me how to spell her name again.
The last name is UNSEN.
Okay, so I don't see it yet. What you can do is, I'm going to send you this really fast. Send her this link and have her request to join.
Okay.
Because I don't see her in there. I'm not sure if maybe you added her to the team page and I didn't see it.
Maybe that's what I did. I don't think I added her to the coach page. I think I did
the Transform Your Life VIP page.
Yeah, I think that's the one I did. So she
Okay.
could do like.
Sometimes the way that Facebook groups works right now, sometimes you have to actually have them click a link.
Okay.
Because Facebook has gotten a lot of flack for people like adding people without permission. It's dumb, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to make you an admin, so you should be able to add people. It's going to send you an invite somewhere on Facebook. It'll say like, Danae invited you to be an admin for the VIP group. But get your sister in the group, and I think it's going to be I'm probably going to open the welcome tomorrow for people to just like say hi, and like I'm going to do a video intro again, but I'll change up what they say in the video.
Okay.
How did you like the video intro we did in the challenge group last time?
I liked it. I thought it was nice.
I thought it was so fun. Like, I mean, honestly, I spent like an hour like just watching videos of people.
I mean, it took me an hour to film mine.
Well, now you know what? You can talk about that. You could say like in your video the first time, you could say like, guys, last time I did this, it took me an hour, and this time it's so much easier because I know that it doesn't, like, I'm not going to die. Like,
I mean, and honestly, it made me feel like I was auditioning for The Bachelor all over again.
Did you audition for that?
Yes, I did.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I like would never have, I like have never done anything like that. You know what? One of my like dream goals would be to audition for The Voice.
Oh yeah. And you have a voice. You should totally do it.
That would be so fun. I should totally do that. I should just put that on like my dream board of like, do this one day, and then pick a time I'm going to be brave enough to do it.
You're like, I'll just send in a video.
I know. I think you can do that. Maybe I should just send in the video I already made. The one of like me and my kids doing the Tangled song that I changed the words to. Totally just send it in. All right.
Here's my audition tape.
Audition with my children here, by the way. Okay. Well, as far as like anybody watching the recording, I just want everybody to break down I think we should just say 3 goals. It should be like a consistency goal, a success club goal, and a rank goal and date. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Consistency goal. So, I mean, that could be, the tracker, or it could be you're just getting consistent with inviting, or you're getting consistent with something that you've been struggling with. Okay. Well, I'm going to let you go to bed because I know it's super late for you and we're all going to be up early.
Yeah.
We are going to be up early. It's going to be so fun. I will post whenever I do my workout, I'll post a Zoom, and anybody who wants to jump in and do our workout together, we can totally do that as a team. And I'll like, that'll be open to the challenge group as well. But if you guys have questions, message us, let me know. But let's rock this week. Let's like hit those goals this week. So Katie, you want to get to Emerald? I want to get to 2-star before Valentine's Day, which I'm not that far off. So we can do this. All right.